For professional, knowledgeable real estate service you can count on, call the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. For solid real estate information and advice you can trust, listen to the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.
Compliments to the show. You're really hitting on the subjects and you're telling the truth. I appreciate you.
Now back to the show with broker owner and host, Dan Gemus.
All right, we are back here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show, and we've got one segment left. I got Stephen Coppola, Aaron Blackmere in studio with me today, and it's been a fun couple shows here on the Saturday and Sunday on the weekend.
It has.
Yeah, and hard to believe we have been on the air. Actually, this month will be 11 years.
11, yeah.
11
wow.
years. I believe we started, don't quote me, but I believe it was 2014. I think it was August, middle of August somewhere. Okay. So we're almost there. We're a couple weeks away.
Wow. Lasting power.
Insane, isn't it?
This is great.
Insane. So listen, we have some time for some listener questions. We have a couple questions we didn't get to yesterday. We have more questions today. So let's tackle some of these one at a time if we can, fellas. So first question from a listener, do you recommend home inspections?
Yes, all the time.
100%.
Yeah, 110%.
110%.
We
yes.
do.
Well,
so for those who have never, maybe bought yet, or maybe they haven't bought in a long time since they've actually been doing home inspections, because it hasn't been that trend. What's the process of home inspection when a buyer's looking to buy something?
So different options there because of the markets that we've been in. So depending if they're holding off on offers, one thing you want to do is you have an opportunity to get a home inspector in there beforehand, or you put a condition in your offer of a home inspection after you've agreed upon a price and conditions and stuff like that. The big thing is for a minimal cost, I think they're between $400 and $500. It's protecting the biggest investment in your life. They're going to go in there. They're going to make sure that the structure is sound. They're going to check the important things, your electrical, your plumbing, shingles, windows, the big ticket stuff to make sure that the biggest investment you're making is worth it. And if the home inspector does come back with some deficiencies on the property, maybe that gives you an option to go back to the homeowner and say, maybe you weren't aware of this, I wasn't aware of this, but hey, here's what's happened. Maybe we need to renegotiate the price, or is it something you can fix? During COVID, we didn't have a lot of opportunities for home inspections, and that's tough because, like I say, the biggest investment you're going to make, and you're going in blind. So to me and Stephen, and I'm sure everybody on our team, we're very pro inspection to protect your investment.
You're right. You go back to COVID, and during that market, it was insane. And buyers, they started doing an inspection, but then they would lose that house for whatever reason. And the market was, you're competing with 30 people. And then the buyer would write their 10th offer, 11th offer, 12th offer accepted, but they don't want to do inspections every time because it's expensive after 13 inspections.
Right.
So we're so lucky to have this market that we have now where buyers have more time to breathe. They can do those inspections and feel confident that they're buying the right property.
But the condition's there to protect the buyer. And,
yes.
The first time I ever sent an offer with no conditions was COVID. I've been doing this for over 20 years and, all these offers I've written, and 2020 was the first time I sent something with no conditions.
Yes.
And I felt like I'm not protecting my
was
people,
weird. Yeah.
but this is what they have to do to get a house right now. It was bizarre, very bizarre for me.
It was bizarre. Someone just texted in, can I negotiate repairs after inspection? So somebody, they do the inspection and they want to know if they can negotiate repairs.
Yep.
Yeah, you could, for sure. It depends what it is. If it's a big ticket item, for sure.
You
can
negotiate anything, literally, if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, every house has issues, right? So
exactly.
If there's squeaky doors or there's whatever, every house has issues.
There's expected things with resale homes.
That's right. So you wouldn't necessarily want to,
there's a ding in the drywall, so I want to take $100 off, kind of thing. It's that type of thing. Like, we weren't aware that the furnace AC was this age and they're on their last leg, so maybe it's something we have to go back and look at to renegotiate for a price because it makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's usually the surprises that I find, because if you're going into a house and the listing agent tells you, the furnace AC are 25 years old, well, you're going in and you still offered on a house that had a furnace AC that was 25 years old. So that's not something to me you can go back on. But if it was hey, we found that there was a fire in the attic, well, that's something you want to go back and discuss.
Yeah.
So it's each one is a little individual with what happens there.
I love it. Okay, so next question. Let me see here because they're coming in. Which updates first in a 1970s home? So somebody has a 1970s decor in the house, I'm sure. So probably something that's original from the 70s. What should they do first? What do
I think I like kitchen because I always
Yeah.
feel like it's the heart of the house.
Yeah, I would say the kitchen,
you're in
the
there,
bathrooms
one of
are
the
always
most,
very popular.
yeah,
But you
bathrooms.
wonder in a house that's this dated. First of all, I'm gonna guess that the house is in very good shape because usually people who have houses that are they just downsized recently. Oftentimes those are the homes that are in the best
Immaculate.
shape. They're immaculate, which is amazing. But like you've got, like Steven said, the kitchen, bathrooms
Are
the
still
flooring,
1970,
Like
yeah.
the flooring is probably a big.
Like we're assuming this house has good bones, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if it's just decor you're looking at, I was going to go the other direction and say one thing I'd want to check out is the wiring.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Because aluminum wiring was huge in the 70s.
Yes.
And now a lot of insurance companies frown upon that,
Yeah.
or you have to get it rectified. So that's one thing that I would look at there.
And there's so many big things. It's the windows, doors.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the roof has been done since then, obviously. But is the basement finished, unfinished? Is
Right.
it like the old 1970s paneling?
Right.
Yeah.
What's the flooring in there? Is it hardwood? Is it carpet over hardwood?
Right.
That you can remove the carpet and then refinish the hardwood?
Yeah.
Those are sometimes some of the most beautiful hardwoods.
They are, aren't they? And I always wonder why people cover them up, and it's like, this is beautiful hardwood.
Yeah, but back then that was just, there's trends, right? They come in and out.
Yeah.
Stuff that we find trendy today won't be trendy again in 10 years. So we'll
Right.
go back to something that was 30 years ago for the trend in 10 years from now, right? So to me, the paint colors, is it plaster in the house? Is it drywall? What's going on there? The flooring will make a big difference. But yeah, your kitchen is definitely your big ticket item.
Yep.
If you want to spend some money.
Kitchens and bathrooms is where your best return on dollar is.
Yes.
So those are the areas you want to kind of hit first and
Yeah.
foremost.
I would say those and the flooring, maybe.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like popcorn ceiling too, I find.
No. Yeah.
But you could just a lot of people just drywall right over it.
Yeah, you can.
don't even
There's
just
ways to
scrape
remove
it.
popcorn ceiling
Yeah.
as well, so you can
Yeah.
scrape it off.
Yeah, you could. Just
Depending, not all of it.
Yeah.
No.
But some of them, some you can.
Yeah.
Yes. So one of our old commercial buildings that we had, it was all popcorn ceiling up on the whole second floor.
Lovely.
And it's scraped off beautifully.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You know how I love vacuuming a floor and you can see the lines? Scraping a popcorn ceiling is just as enjoyable.
I bet it is.
When it comes off nice and easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that feeling of just scraping off it comes off nice.
So you're probably like me then. You watch those videos
Yes.
where things are like cut perfectly or something.
Yes.
Goes in
Oddly satisfying.
I'll sit there and watch
Yes.
those for hours because
Oh,
it
yeah.
calms me down.
100%. 100%. Okay, what else do we have here? So that's that one, which updates first. Would you buy a home that had flooded? So I guess I need more details. I would
yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally, I would say yes, as long as the issue was,
Fixed.
Was it? Yeah, was the
Yeah.
issue fixed? Was it done? Was it fixed via insurance?
Yeah, was it done professionally?
Yeah.
Or did,
Was it because of leaky foundation, or was it because the sump pump, stopped working and
Right.
water came in?
Yep.
So if it's a sump pump, then not a problem at all. Just fix the sump pump, and as long as all the issues were fixed properly,
Right.
then I've got no problem buying a house
Yeah.
that had flooded.
Yeah, and home inspectors can come in with moisture readers to make
Yeah.
sure that there's nothing left in the walls, things like that. So you just do your due diligence properly, because I'm sure there's lots of houses that have sold that have flooded.
Yes.
And it's just as long as it's remedied correctly, or someone's willing to do the work to remedy it correctly, then why not? By all means.
Especially in Windsor-Essex, where we've had so many homes flood
Right.
over the years, right? So it's
Exactly.
not uncommon.
Right.
Just want to make sure you have, and again, you hope that the sump pump has a backup system as
Right.
well.
Yep.
Yep.
To kind of help with that pressure as
Might
well.
as well be preventative.
Yep, 100%. Okay, time for one more question before we go. What are some big red flags as a realtor when you're looking at homes? Some big red flags as a realtor when you're looking at homes. Okay, that's a good question.
Where to start?
All the wonky floors, really bad wonky floors.
Yeah,
could be
I would
one.
say, like, to me, if I walk into a home and there are a lot of small things that are just neglected,
Yep.
I start getting concerned. I would say when I walk into a basement, if there's concerns there with the foundation, if it's block foundation and there's affluences there, or there's water seeping through, that's some big concerns for me there.
Yeah.
I'm not so concerned about outdated, furnace and AC, or
No.
how, as long as the house is priced properly.
Right.
I'm not as concerned about that. But I would say water issues would be my biggest concern.
This one thing really stuck with me. It was one of the home inspectors I use. He was like, because we had an inspection once, and it was not maintained well at all. Like just pizza slice on the ground and stuff.
Oh,
He's
my
like,
goodness.
yeah, like just not
Snacks for later.
Yeah, and he's like, well, this is how they maintain their home too, right?
100%.
So he's like, this is what they
This is what you have to
that's-
think about.
This is
Yeah.
what you got to think
Exactly.
about.
Yeah. No, it's like I usually go to the big ticket items first and foremost because, if people are on a budget. So first things I check out are windows, electrical, the HVAC, things like that, shingles. But then it's the basement. Let's
Yes.
see,
Yeah.
is there any water issues that have been in here? There's telltales, like whether it be smell or staining
Yep.
on trim or something.
100%.
So
There's lots of ways for sure.
Yep.
So again, this is why you want to have a professional realtor with you.
Mm-hmm.
They can spot things that they would expect, right? So there you go. We're out of time.
another quick hour.
Another quick hour. But
Flew
again,
by.
if you want a professional realtor, then you want this Dan Gemus real estate team.
Because we're adulting.
We're adulting. And we're going to come out and give you a free home market evaluation or help you buy that home as well. So you can reach out to us 7 days a week, 519-566-5565 at the office or online, dangemus.com. dangemus.com. Can't go wrong there, okay? Stephen Coppola, Aaron Blackman, thank you both for joining me today and this weekend.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Appreciate
having
it.
me
We'll,
too.
We'll have you all again next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, right here on AM800. See you then.